Welcome to EDU World Space.
Alright guys, we're doing problem 82, chapter 9 in Chemistry Central Science. So the nitric oxide ion molecule NO readily loses one electron to become an NO+. Which following is best example of which the following is the best example of why this happens. So we have a few options. A, oxygen is more electronegative than nitrogen. That has nothing to do with gaining or losing an electron in this scenario, so one is completely unrelated. So 2, the highest energy electron in NO lies in the pi 2p antibonding molecular orbital, or 3, the pi 2p molecular orbital in NO is completely filled. And you can see that the pi antibonding molecular orbital for NO, that's not completely filled. So 3 is out. So by process of elimination, our answer is going to be 2. So the highest energy electron lies in the pi antibonding molecular orbital. So remember, when you put electrons in your bonding orbital, that makes your bond stronger. When you put electrons in your antibonding orbital, that makes your bond weaker. So NO will readily convert to NO plus because it wants to remove that anti-bonding electron from the anti-pi orbital, because that will increase the stability of your molecule. Now B, predict the bond order in NO strengths in NO, NO plus, and NO minus, and describe the magnetic properties of each. All right. Okay, so NO. So in NO we have our sigma and both our pi bonds filled with electrons. So that's going to be a triple bond, but we're partially losing the triple bond because we're putting an electron in our anti-pi orbital. So NO, that's going to have a bond order of about 2.5. And because it has an unpaired electron, it's paramagnetic. Now for NO, let me just draw NO minus and NO plus. So with NO minus, we add another electron. So that's going to completely cancel out the 2 electrons in our triple bond. So that's going to give us a double bond. So BO equal to 2. And S. And we can see S and we can S we can see that we are going to have the magnetic properties. We can see based on the number of unpaired electrons that we have, we are going to be paramagnetic. Because we have 2 unpaired electrons in our anti-pi orbitals. Now, for NO plus, we're going to be losing these 2 electrons. So our bond, so since we have no anti-bonding pi orbitals, our BO is going to be 3, and it's going to be diamagnetic. Because remember, if you have unpaired electrons, you're paramagnetic. If you have paired electrons, then if you have no unpaired electrons, then you're diamagnetic. So with what neutral homonuclear diatomic molecules are NO plus, NO minus isoelectronic? So isoelectronic means they would have the same electron configuration. So basically you can write this in terms of having the same number of electrons. So NO minus is going to have 16 electrons total, and oxygen has 8 electrons total. So we can write, so they're going to be most closely related to O2, which is going to have 16 electrons, and NO plus, that has 14. So each individual atom would have to have 7 electrons, like nitrogen. So the element so the molecule that's going to be isoelectronic to NO plus is going to be N2.